Hi everyone, welcome back to Momoiro Closet, episode 17, where Alice found out that she and Reiji have more things in common than she originally thought. So, we know that Alice is the daughter of a Dive member, but for Reiji, he's the son of the person who created FNL, Gator Million, and Gator Million is the pen name for Reiji's dad. But unfortunately, Reiji's dad locks himself in the studio all day, and Reiji never gets to see his dad in person that often. But at least it kind of makes Reiji more than your average Joe. So obviously it will surprise Alice because, how come a guy could make a really girly anime, manga, whatever? Like the writing looks girly, the design looks girly, and such. And I'm pretty sure it's because Nayuta, Anna, and Ichika help out as well, especially during crunch times. But anyways, let's see what's going to happen next. And I'm pretty sure I'm getting close to the end of Momoiro Closet, the sweet route. So Alice is like,
ここ3日ほどスキンシップが足りてないと思うので、今日します。
okay. Well, you always come up with something crazy whenever I get called to the student council room. And hopefully you're not abusing your rights or like your powers as a student council president. Well, I wasn't sure what to expect when she summoned me after school, but this... There you go, it's like, well, don't use your power for private affairs. If this isn't abuse of authority, I don't know what is. Well, I'm pretty sure Reiji doesn't mind because it's Alice, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be busted or get in trouble because someone else has to blow the covers.
わかってる。でもここで使わずして何の会長権限かしら。
But still, well, I don't think Yoriko minds, but I'm sure some of the other classmates, they will. Well, your level of commitment is pretty impressive. It certainly makes you look like a steadfast girlfriend.
というわけで、本日のイチャイチャプランを発表します。
Oh, come on. And doing this in school? That's way too overboard. I never said I was going to respect your authority. Hey, pay attention. When I express my disgruntlement, Alice takes out a briefcase with a combination lock. Wow, this is...
本日使用するのはおなじみのグリルの魔法装束です。
And... Okay. So now Reiji feels interested. It's like, okay, so what is your plan this time? Now you're kind of getting me all excited. So that's how you respond, right?
昨日全力で仕事を前倒ししたので、今日は比較的に暇です。なので、他の役員には先に帰ってもらいました。
Well, honestly speaking, I don't have much to do anyway, so Now, okay, so wow, she's just carrying on like this is nothing. Well, I guess it would be more... Or it would be mean to comment on that long, awkward pause just now. It's like, well, I'm supposed to go along with the flow. I can't contradict or oppose Alice, because that's kind of rude and... Plus...
次にこの衣装を着て窓際に立ちます。大丈夫そうならちょっとイチャイチャします。
Hi everyone. So unfortunately, I had to cut out the rest. And I apologize because this is very early in the episode. So obviously what happened was that Alice was disclosing her sex plan to Reiji. And at a minimum, Alice wants to be in her magical frill costume or cosplay. And I'm pretty sure it's wrong on all accounts because this is school, and more importantly, the student council room. And I'm not really sure how Alice feels, or if she's worried that other people are going to find out about her doing indecent, inappropriate acts in school. Because I'm pretty sure rumors spreads quickly, and well, we've seen what happened with Tayo in Kokoro Function. So now we're at the end of the event, and I know that we did cut out the actual event because this is not the 18 plus version. So let's see how it goes from here. So Alice is like,
やっと掃除が終わった。匂いももうしないよね。
No, I think it's fine. So hopefully all of our tracks are covered. No evidence. Alice peeks into the briefcase containing her costume.
レイジ君の匂いがすごい。こんなに濃いの持って帰れないから、どこかコインランドリーで洗うしか。
So I'm pretty sure Alice wished that she could keep the smell, but unfortunately it's gonna leave evidence for the father.
コインランドリーでこんな匂いのきつい服を。
And I kind of wonder if Alice is worried about the laundromat. Is it gonna be dirty, or is it going to leave some evidence that I had to do extra cleaning? Hey now, don't tell me you're getting more of your ideas, or like you're trying to cook up more ideas that are crazy. Well, maybe she's thinking of figuring herself at the laundromat while sniffing the costume, drenched in my sweat, or my scent.
まさか、さすがにそこまではねえ。
No, that's not what you think. It's okay. Hey, you're an awful liar, though.
私のことはいいの。それよりもそっちのこと。本当にあれ、気持ちよかったの？
Well, okay, maybe. So about as good as I expected, I guess.
なんか煮え切らないな。ねえ、もう一度させてあげるって言ったら？
So maybe you need more. Okay, so Ray's like, yes, please.
やっぱり私の彼氏、しっかりとした変態だったね。それが分かっただけでも収穫かも。
Okay. Well, damn. I can't deny that.
でもちょっと嬉しいな。レイジ君の意外な一面が知れて。
So things like, well, don't hide anything. So even if you don't mention, I can tell from your nonverbal actions that you're thinking about this. And given that I'm your girlfriend, I know your every move. I can predict your every move. Yeah. Well, say what you will.
ねえ、すねないでレイジ君。いや、そういう顔も可愛いけど。
Oh, look, the way that you're reacting to my comments, that's pretty cute, you know? Oh, come on, Alice. Okay, so it's night. So we end up staying at school as long as we can before it closes. So maybe the principal closes the doors. So she keeps coming on to me the whole time, probably by way of apology. Okay. Well, I guess it was all worth for this. So what's the this? Okay, so we're back in Akihabara, and we're on a date on one of our days off when I ask Alice an innocent question, or an innocent sounding question. Hey, so Alice, do you have any other favorites besides FNL? So what else do you like?
この前読んだのだと井上聖城のキリンのたてがみかな。ちょっと古いけど面白いし今度貸そうか。
Okay, so what other manga and anime do you like besides FNL? And I was like, so the Draft's Maid, that's a good one too. Wait, so the Draft's what now? Wait, who? Is that a regular ass novel?
あれ知らない？花田探偵とか立溝刑事が好きなら苦もなく読めると思うんだけど。
Well, I'm sorry. I have heard of those names, but never actually read their work. Well, I'm pretty sure it's because there's too many things to read, and oops. Well, she's caught me off guard. That kind of stuff is outside of my field. Oh, so it's like, well, this is stuff that I usually don't read. I just hear about it from other people, and well, maybe this is where Alice should introduce new topics and new titles to Reiji. Well, I was just asking about your favorite anime and manga. Well, oh, so I think the Draft's Maid, that's like a novel or some kind of story. It has nothing to do with anime or manga. Like some kind of literature. So how could she have gotten that mixed up? Well, it's because Reiji wasn't being very clear when he asked Alice what other things she likes. And the word thing can be misinterpreted in many different ways. Well, we're here to buy FNL merch today, for goodness sake. Or does she categorize FNL the same way as actual literature? Well, that's a little surprising. But there is one thing in common, is that you have to read the text. So there is something in common in the fact that it looks like a book from the outside.
Anime, manga でか。前にも言ったけど、フリレス以外は詳しくないのよね。
Well, that's the only anime and manga that I read. Everything else is literature. And maybe that's how Alice tries to hide, or one of her ways to hide anime and manga from the father. So when the father comes in to check on Alice, she's reading some deep literature.
基本、うちってテレビないの。
Wait, are you serious? Well, come on. Sometimes there's nothing good on TV and there's no reason to have the TV on, or even have it in your room at all.
私、見たい番組があるときは、こっそりお手伝いさんの部屋まで見に行ってたりしてたし。
And I'm pretty sure the father does not condone Alice watching TV at all. So it's like, well, if I have to watch TV, I have to sneak into my maid's room to watch TV. So your maid has her own room?
いやいや、住み込みの人が がいるとかじゃなくて詰め所的なとこだよ。大きめの更衣室みたいな。
And I wonder if it's locked. And if it is, I wonder how Alice was able to get the key, because I'm pretty sure the only other person who would have the key would be the father. Well, you live in a whole other world. I'm surprised you managed to get into FNL at all in an environment like that.
ああ、単行本がその部屋にあったの。あと、アニメも録画されていたのがいくつか。
Well, I was just watching TV in my maid's room and I saw all these FNL tapes and manga, so...
うち、基本的にアニメも漫画も禁止だったから、そこで隠れて見てたのよね。
And I'm pretty sure that's obvious.
まあ、それも私が大きくなってだいぶ緩和されたけどね。
Well, I'm not really sure about how this fits in.
でも、アニメを見る習慣がなかったから、特に詳しくないままで。
Well, I see. So that's why you are strictly into FNL. Because the only anime manga that you've seen in your entire life is FNL.
だからレイジ君の部屋に行った時に他の漫画読むの結構楽しみなんだ。
And I was quite happy and excited to see all the other titles that you have in your room. I see. So I wonder if Alice did read that another mom title that Satsuki wanted to read. Well, this explains why I've never heard her talk about any other series. Well, your dad's a censorship advocate, right? He must have been trying to keep that stuff as far away from you as he could. True?
そう。それで学園に受かったお祝いにタブレットを買ってもらって、そこからはだいぶ充実したよ。もうどっぷり。
Well, I'm pretty sure the father did not expect that Alice would use the tablet to look for anime and manga. I'm pretty sure it's like, well, this is an educational item. I want you to use it to get resources to do your projects and your reports in school. And there he goes like, well, I'm surprised he allowed that.
意外とお父さん、私のお願いには甘いから。ただちょっと教育方針が厳しめなだけで。
Well, he does have his lighter side.
本当はエッチなサイトとかも規制されてるんだけど、まあその辺はね。
Well, that's the obvious, because he uses some kind of filter to block out the inappropriate websites, the real inappropriate ones. Sure do. Well, there are plenty of ways to get around that. Well, proxies, and you go through some loophole or some website that works around the filtering system. So it tricks the filtering system into thinking that this is a legit website, even though it's not. And I've seen this done lots of times, especially when the schools that I went to, they had this best filtering system, and people wanted to use email, which was blocked in school, or like some games, also blocked in school. And the most important one, if I remember, it was MySpace.
そうだ、私も質問があるんだけど、さっきのお店でレイジ君が買ってたのって同人誌ってやつよね。
Yeah, so that is a doujinshi. Do you know what that is?
学園で習得物や押収物として時々見るのよ。
Well, I'm pretty sure we know why.
より子なんかはエッチなのはダメだってすぐ隠しちゃうんだけど。
It's like, well, Yoriko hides them, and especially the ones with lots of inappropriate, lots of adult content. Well, people bring them to school, Well, of course. And if it's illegal, all they do is they just sneak it to school. They hide it in their backpacks and such. And they try to find some safe corner to read this. And hopefully the student council or the administrators don't catch them. And I'm pretty sure not only they take away the item, you get discipline. It's like detention or suspension, and the fact that your parents get called. Well, I'm not all that surprised. I've seen other students with that stuff before. But even if girls know about them, they must be more common than I thought. Wait, so are you curious? I kind of wonder what's in those stuff.
ネットでフリレスファンの人が書いた漫画があって、それがすごく面白くて、
So I wonder how much content is in this fan comic. So has it been published in print?
そうなの。よくわかったね。あれ？もしかしてよくあることなの？
Well, if it did get published, it's probably really popular, and the person who created the fan comic can see big monetary potential from it being published in print. Because it does cost money to have a publisher do all the work at turning it from a drawing to something that belongs in a magazine or one of those huge comic books. Yeah, it happens a lot. Do you want it then?
でも売り場ってその男の子の戦場なんでしょ？レンタルショップのピンクなのれんの奥みたいに。
Okay. Right, well there are shelves and shelves filled with that stuff, with the raunchy covers on full display.
だからまあ私が行くと他の人の邪魔になっちゃうわけだし、レイジ君にお願いできないかなって。
So it's like, well, if I go in there, it'll be awkward. So why don't you be my proxy and help me get that stuff for me? And the one thing that really raises flags is that it's pink. And just looking at the pink color really hurts the eyes. Well, for me, of course. Well, for me at least. Well, you're making your boyfriend buy porn for you. Well, what kind of fetish is that? Oh, yeah, well... Hey, stop right there. I'll go, but just give me a minute.
そう、ありがとう。やっぱり持つべきは話のわかる彼氏だにゃ。
Oh, I'm so happy that you're gonna help me, oh dear boyfriend. So she gives me a tight hug and a few kisses on the cheek. Wait, what's this? Did she just elevate me to some kind of porn expert? Well, is that how she sees me? Wait, are you done yet? I'll go buy your stuff, so just wait at the usual park, okay? So after another tight hug, she gives me an encouraging kiss. It's like, oh, please do, good luck. I'll meet you on the other side. And the piercing glares of people around us are kind of painful. Well, I'm pretty sure they're like, ooh, a lovely couple, so close together. Oh well, I can't blame them. She's a real eye-catcher. Okay, so Reiji does go into that interesting shop and gets Alice what she wants. And it's like, well, if they make it men only, it kind of gets Alice curious, like, so what are they reading that I need to know, or what am I missing out as a girl?
良いですわ。良すぎてため息しか出ない。
And I'm pretty sure Alice is one of the few females that is satisfied with what she sees. So flipping through the doujinshi I got her, Alice lets out a deep sigh, almost like a moan. And I'm pretty sure people are like, wow, Alice is crazy, or like, that girl's crazy, she's ridiculous looking through that. Or like, she's weird. Well, I guess getting this for you was well worth it.
すっごい今更だけどごめんね。せっかくのデートなのに読みふけちゃって。
Well, no worries. I could read some myself too. Well, not in public. And you look adorable when you are caught up in a book. It's like, oh, come on, those smiles, that, oh, wow, this is great, that kind of expression. That looks really cute and lovely.
にゃー、もう何？何してほしいの？膝枕、抱っこ？それともパンスト？
So Alice thinks that Reiji is sweet talking her. It's like, oh, so you want something in return, right? Wait, how about the pantyhose?
置いてませんよ。
Oops. Okay, so we'll have to pretend it then.
もう何でもありになってるよ、レイジ君。でもそこまで言うなら履いてきてあげた方が良かったね。
And once again, they should realize that they're in a public area, the park, in Akihabara, and they're saying all this stuff. And this is obviously going to make all those passerbys all confused, or maybe disgusted. Well, let's save it for another occasion then.
しょうがないな、この彼氏は。
Okay, well, you're honest. She caresses my hair.
あ、そうだ。待ってる間に調べたんだけど、お父さん、ゲロミン先生も同人誌出してるんだってね。
So like how Alice is trying to hide the fact that Geromin is Reiji's dad. And she knows that it's a public space, and she's trying hard not to let anybody know that this guy, Reiji, is the son of Geromin. Yeah, that's right. Well, he used to be pretty active in the doujinshi scenes before his first official work, GNS, came out. So he's a long-time Comic-Con participant.
え、そうなの？個人出版で出してたって話は知ってたけど、同人誌のことだったんだ。
And I wonder if it's called Comic Kit. Well, I'm not sure. I have to go look it up. Well, he'll be at the Comic-Con this summer too. So that's gonna happen pretty soon.
うわー、楽しみ。フリレスの日常4コマなんだって。あー、早く読みたい。
And I wonder if it's gonna be more exciting to see the author drawing some 4-panel strip live in front of a huge audience. But at least Alice can get autographs from Geromin when she goes and meets Geromin at the Comic-Con. So do you want me to get you a copy then?
あー、すごい魅力的だ。いや、でもいい。気持ちだけもらっておく。
So why pass?
私、一ファンとして買いたいの。じゃないと純粋に楽しめなくなっちゃうし。
Well, I want to get myself. It's kind of bad that I'm asking you to do more favors for me, and plus, it kind of makes me not look like a true fan. It's like a true fan is willing to go out of her way and do everything by herself to get that I'm not sure if it's a doujinshi or like a manga or I forgot what it was. Haha, well, Dad sure has some loyal fans.
でも先生の過去作あるなら後で読ませてくれると嬉しいです。新刊は買うから。
Okay, so I want all the latest stuff, and maybe there are some prototypes or some like chapters that didn't make the cut, or some chapters that, or like some conceptual chapters and ideas, and I want to see those. Sure, so let's drop by my place later today. Well, I bet she's just saying that now because of my offer. Oh well. So how about we go together on this Comic-Con? Alice, you've never been there before, have you? So braving the crowds won't be easy. Well, I'm sure she isn't afraid of crowds. I'm sure she can handle it with relative ease. Comic-Con. So formerly known as the Comic Commons. A gigantic biannual doujinshi convention held in summer and winter. Okay, so growing in scale every year, it boasts visitor numbers of about 600,000 people over the course of 3 days. Well, I'm not really sure that's a really good comparison. Well, sorry I couldn't say, but it's far from the perfect dating spot. Well, at least for some convention, people are just excited, they want to see all the latest stuff. It's all about just watching everything. Whereas for Black Friday, it's more about money, trying to buy stuff. And even though it gets a lot of crowds, the one thing that makes Black Friday not very exciting is how people fight to grab all those deals. So people fight over a TV, people fight over a radio, some Blu-ray DVD player, just everything, and then it gets to the point where it goes to violence just to grab that cheapest deal. But it's like, well, if we go together, that's kind of like a date. We get to see all the cool, all the new doujinshis, all the new comics being drawn as a couple, and that can be like a good date. There she goes again with those crafty, cheesy lines. But if she insists, I wouldn't mind giving it a try. A Comic-Con date. Alright, so let's go to the summer event together then. Oh great, so now I get to see like the next, or like the upcoming Gearman work. I'll bet. Seeing Alice happy makes me happy too. Well, better not mention Dad's last message to me. Uh-oh, so it's like well, I might not make the deadline. I feel sick. It's like, well, he might not make it. Well, I'm pretty sure the dad should get some rest. Or maybe it's because he's trying to crunch deadlines, like trying to rush to get the next greatest thing out the door ASAP. So let's see how it goes from here. Okay, so I think this is the first day of the Comic-Con, or maybe like Reiji's just trying to show Alice where the event will be held when Comic-Con comes. Well, I was surprised at how big it was my first time here too. A few minutes after exiting the closest station, Alice stopped to admire the building looming over us.
なんかネットの画像でよく見る場所が実際に目の前にあるって感動するね。まさしく聖地って感じ。
Okay, so this is not the actual event, but Reiji is showing Alice where the event will be held once Comic-Con begins. So twice a year, people from all over Japan and the whole world, well, if they can make it to Japan, make their pilgrimage to here, so that's pretty apt, yeah.
ここで同人誌の即売会やコスプレにイベントとかいろいろしてるのか。
And in just a few days, we'll be right in the middle of it. So how do you feel about that?
なんか今から緊張してきた。ドキドキする。
So that's gonna be so exciting. I can't wait. She presses her head or her hand to her chest and takes a deep breath. So she's so naive and innocent. How cute. Apparently, she's done some research about the Comic-Con cosplay and she has decided to give it a shot. I don't even have to ask why. I'm sure she's champing at the bit to wear her Fro cosplay in public again. It's like, well, I wasn't able to do it the first time. I was quite embarrassed. I was doing it in the middle of the night, and I had to have Reiji help me, but maybe if I do it here, it's my second chance, and this is more appropriate, so I wouldn't be afraid, because I'm pretty sure there'll be other people that are also going to be in cosplay.
大丈夫かな。私こういうの初めてだから。
Well, you'll be fine. I'll be with you throughout the day, and it is going to help you with getting changed, right?
エナさんはお仕事もあるだろうに、何かお礼をしなきゃね。レイジ君も一緒に考えてね。
So I wonder if Anna's gonna run a booth of her own at this event. Well, knowing her, I'm sure she'll be happy enough just watching you cosplay at Comic-Con.
そういうことじゃないの。お世話になったことへの感謝をちゃんと示すのは大事なことなんだから。ってそうだ、ナエタさんたちはやっぱりいっちゃんと一緒に参加するの？
So speaking of Anna, I wonder if the other girls, Nayuta-san and Ichan, are gonna be coming as well. Okay, so Mom will be there for work. In a certain sense, she'll be helping Dad with his new release at his personal booth. And for Ichan, she says that it's too embarrassing to cosplay in public, so she'll be staying at her grandma's house. Well, I'm sure she can go and not have to cosplay. But I think either way, she doesn't want to go here, doesn't feel comfortable.
そうなんだ。残念。そっか。私、いっちゃんより先に人前デビューしちゃうんだ。
Well, I was hoping that I could walk with Ichan and be like a duel. So Fro and Lace walking in Comic-Con. Oh well, too bad.
それはそれではしゃぎすぎのような気が。
Well, maybe I should wait for your sister to be more comfortable with going on cosplay then. Well, you don't have to. People all have different ways of enjoying their hobbies, so just do whatever you want. So if you want to cosplay in public at this event, then go ahead.
大事なこと確認し損ねてたんだけど、いい？
Okay, so what's the important question? So what is it?
私コスプレしてもいい？
Huh? Wait a minute. Well, of course it is. So, why are you asking me this question?
いや、ネットとか見ると彼氏がコスプレ姿を人前にさらすのを嫌がるのって結構多いって。
And I wonder how many people posted that comment, or maybe it's just one or two people. And probably they had a really bad experience, and that's why they posted it online. It's like, well, my girlfriend got upset. Or like, my boyfriend got upset that I was cosplaying, and he hated me and broke up with me.
その別れ話に発展したりとか。
There you go. But then again, maybe a sign that, well, he's not a fit for you. So, this breakup, it was the best outcome for the two of you. Oh, I guess that'd be true for overly possessive guys. Like, well, I want my girl to be perfect, to look all businesslike.
やけにあっさりしてる。あんまり独占欲ないの。
Or more like be like this business type person that I was expecting. Or like a model. Well, I am in some respects. I wouldn't want you wearing anything too revealing. Well, but it's just your usual costume, right? It's like, well, if you're wearing your frill costume as is, then I wouldn't mind.
その方が少しは落ち着いていられるかなって。
Well, in that case, it doesn't really bother me. But, well, what if somebody asked if they could take your picture?
いやいや、ないって。
Oh, I'm pretty sure Alice is saying this because she doesn't really know what goes on. But what happens if someone does ask to take a picture with Alice in her frill cosplay? And I wonder if it's going to be really bad for Alice to decline the offer. We'll make them upset. Well, I'm pretty sure there are a few people that won't mind. But you know, you're really cute, Alice. Suddenly, I'm not so sure about this anymore.
もしそうなっても断るよ。別に写真撮ってほしくて行くわけじゃないし。
Well, I'll just tell them that well, I'm not really comfortable being with strangers. I already have a guy that I go with, so I'll pass on the photo offer. So how about that? Then what do you hope to get out of it then? So Alice seems hesitant to answer at first, but then she links her arm with me.
一度してみたかったの。フリルの格好でデート。
So I just want to go on a date, but with me dressed up in the frill cosplay. Alright, well let's do it then.
即決だ。
Oh wow! But at least Alice is happy. Well, it's not rocket science. I love your cosplay, so of course I'd love to go on a date with you like that. Well, I can't wait.
我が彼氏ながら現金だな。
So going around Comic-Con together with Alice smiling like this would be a dream come true. So do you want to have a look around this venue?
あ、そうだね。確かこの辺の広場でみんなコスプレするんだよね。エリアがどの辺までか見ておきたいな。
So Alice is so interested about how big this venue is. And not just the building itself, but the area around it. And Alice wants to see how big the other places are. It's like the courtyard. And so we end up wandering the empty halls hand in hand. So I think the problem with guys having their girlfriends cosplay that photo opportunities, and the fear that she may be taken away by other people, and that's gonna lead to a strained relationship. So anyways, we're back at the cafe that Satsuki works at, and Alice wants Satsuki to join her in cosplay at Comic-Con.
ここで嫌ってほどコスプレしてるようなもんなのに、なんでんなことしなきゃなんねえんだよ。
Well, I'm tired of it. Oop. So this may be why Alice suggested we drop by the maid cafe on our way back. And the moment I realize Sakahogi-san speaks up again while twisting pasta around her fork.
そもそも私は海鮮で島回るので忙しいんだよ。
Oh, so are you going to Comic-Con then? Or are you going to do other things instead?
まあ、定期にしてるフリーレスサークルがあってさ、そこ書店とかに卸したりしてないから通販もできなくてさ、直接買いに行くしかねえの。
Okay, so well, I'm just gonna go for this one event.
やっぱり坂荻さん、私より全然詳しいのね。
Well, then again, it's Alice's first time going, and I'm pretty sure Satsuki went many times in the past, like Reiji.
なんなの、この街で過ごしてりゃ。ましてやこういう店で働いてたら家でも詳しくなるっての。
Well, everyone, or pretty much almost everyone goes to Comic-Con, and if you don't go, you kind of get left out and you get treated differently. You kind of are like some weirdo. Sakahogi-san says, or Sakahogi-san used to pretend to be clueless about stuff like this, but now she's openly admitting to it. Well, the fact that now Alice and Reiji know about Satsuki's personal life working at this place. While we refrain from pointing it out though, it'll only spell trouble.
どこかにフリレス喫茶ないかな。私スープを干して一日中働くのに。フリレス喫茶。
So maybe.
今いいと思った？思ったでしょ？
Oh, so you do wish to have an FNL cafe as well, right, Satsuki?
思ってねえよ。くっつくな。橋場、お前の彼女うぜえからなんとかしろ。
So when Alice gets on Satsuki, it gets Satsuki all worked up and is like, hey, Hashima, she's yours. You find a way to control her. Well, just deal with it. It's pretty cute once you get used to it. Well, I'm sure it's cute for Reiji, but not for Satsuki. It's like, well, do something. You're just making it worse. And the usual where like the sister, or the older sister, has to confront Satsuki for being too loud with her, or like with Satsuki's yelling. Oh, fine. I have to act properly so that my cousin doesn't get upset. Okay, so it's actually the cousin that runs this place. Sakahogi-san grimaces when one of the senior maids passing by gives her a warning. It's like, well, if you have to be like this, then I'm not afraid to kick you out again. Well, business may be pretty slow right now, but she's still on the clock. Well, I already asked her since I was worried about the same thing. Well, if that does happen, I wonder who Alice is going to blame it on, because I'm pretty sure they're like, So who's the friend? Who's the one that forced you into it? And using makeup is not a perfect way to hide yourself, because obviously your facial expressions look pretty much the same, and well, that's just too complicated. Oh, so Reiji's like, if it comes down to this, then I'll just say that Anna pushed Alice into the Comic-Con. And for Anna, she's not afraid to deal with the father. But still, I would be more careful about this if I were you. Well, I'm sure that works in school, but outside of school, Alice is not the student council president, and she doesn't have much powers that she does have outside of school. Well, I'm sure this is where you need to be careful, so make sure you keep Alice on guard, Hashima. So you're worried, right? Oh, don't worry, it'll be okay. Well, that kind of is flirty because Alice is all talking all happy and Reiji is just joining along with it. It's like, well, I know Alice very well and this is how it is. And I think he's just trying... So I don't really know if Reiji is trying to pretend that he doesn't know or he really doesn't know himself. Sakaguchi-san cuts our conversation short, stuffing her cheeks with more pasta before casting a glance over the calendar on the wall. So are you just gonna go for one day or all 3 days? And I think that's good because it's Alice's first time, and if she can't handle crowds, then she can relax on the other 2 days. And maybe it's like, well, just get used to Comic-Con for the first time because it'll happen again in 6 months, and once you're more comfortable with it, then we can go more days. And I think Sasuke wants to go on the first day only as well. So if you're gonna go, how about we cosplay? I'm sure Sasuke just wants to go in normal clothes. Just go and buy something and just go back. So I'm not gonna go for the whole day, I'm just gonna go for a little bit. And then afternoon I have to go to work. And I don't think Alice understands what Sasuke was trying to say. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's a private party. That's important. So for some VIP. It's like, well, this is like our VIP. He's been with us for a long time, so it's really hard to deny his request if he wants to rent the whole place out for his little party. I see. Well, some otaku can be pretty rich. Yeah, that's true. Well, when I ask her for the details, she explains that the reservation was made by some cosplay group for a party. Actually, it sounds pretty interesting though.
つうわけで、私はバイト優先。どんなに誘ってもコミカでコスプレはしねえ。わかったな。
そっか。残念。じゃあ、コスプレはまた生徒会室ね。
I'm pretty sure that's a no as well.
話聞いてたか？つうか、コスプレする前提で勝手に話を進めるな。
And I'm pretty sure Sasuke's still not on good terms with Alice. So despite Alice being much more open to Sasuke, much more friendly to Sasuke, given the past records, Sasuke is still not comfortable being with Alice yet. Well, you'll be fine. I'm sure you can do a decent cosplay if you just tailored a Rito costume.
おめえ、さっきから人の体じろじろ見てると思ったらエアサイズをしてやがったのか。
So you've been looking at my figure for the entire time?
エルメスタ
And once again, the cousin owner is after Satsuki.
ああ、もう勝手にしろ。生徒会室ってだけだからな。
Well, fine then. So I'll agree just to the student council room. Okay, accepted. As soon as Sakahogi-san gives in, Al starts putting together a jam-packed schedule detailing their cosplay plans. All I can do is offer my deepest sympathies. Oh, I'm sorry, Satsuki, that you have to go through all of this, but hopefully it'll be okay, and Alice is not the bad girl that you think she is.
わぎゅーわぎゅー黒毛和牛墨田区大好き黒毛和牛
Ooh, Kobe beef. So that's a very expensive beef to buy. But anyways, I'm going to stop here for this episode. And I'm pretty sure episode 18 will be the last episode for Momoiro Closet on my channel. So the venue that Frontwing was presenting to us about where the Comic-Con is going to be held, that's actually a real-life venue called Tokyo Big Sight. And if I do remember from the videos that I watched in the past, it's so big, and you also have to ride an escalator up to the show floor. But anyways, it's quite natural that Alice is going to defy her father, the person who is trying to pass some kind of censorship bill for anime and manga. And given that everything that she's done so far, I'm sure at this point she's not afraid to confront the father if someone finds out about his daughter attending the Comic-Con. And finally, on the last note, Alice and Reiji should be careful about what they do in public. And talking about doujinshi out loud in the park is probably not a good thing. And with Alice all happy like that, I'm sure for the passerbys, that's a really weird person. That girl's acting crazy. And I'm sure Reiji does not want that to happen. But with all that in mind, I'll see you in the maybe last episode.